Doing our barn door installation. I'll show you some of the hardware. These are Naughty Alder barn doors that we ordered. They're prefabricated at the lumberyard for us. But these are heavy doors. They're 8 feet high, 4 feet wide, and so they have a very strong metal track. This is the kind of track you'd actually use in a real barn. And those doors will swing so that when you fold them up, you can have on this wall space here, both doors stacked on top of each other and the bunks wide open. Got all the hardware from Amazon and Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply is where I got the long rails. Those are too big to ship really, they're 12 feet long each. And then the other pieces I found on Amazon. And they're pretty much a match set, but they're a lot more expensive at Tractor Supply. So I ended up going with Amazon for the same, basically the same exact metal. There's a shot of them all closed up. So here's how our barn doors ended up. We got them stained and hung and got all the paint done for the metal. We wanted that all black, and we got handles installed, and we got the hardware too. Let me show you how that hardware works. What we've done is that the hardware is actually mostly in this door that goes in the back. So these are two doors that are going to stack on top of each other and then open all the way here to this white space without a track, but keeping them in sync so that number one, they don't wobble in and out too far off the wall and bang. And that also when I pull on the single handle I have here, I can open the first door, catch the second door, and then open the second door all the way open. And then the same thing when I'm starting to close, I open or close the first door, it catches the second door and drags it to the space all the way over. So there's a couple of things that are tricky to figure out at first. And one is the main guide. So this is drilled into the tile, and this is just it's like a little fin standing up that the back door will slide on. Like that. So we've got a track that's carved into the bottom of the wooden door. And now as this door slides open, it's going to guide it. It's going to keep it from, going on into the wall. Keeps it in place. That's the first one. The second one is a guide that's actually at the front of that same door that comes down, and then it comes up, and then that tracks into the front door. And so what that does is allows the front door to stay in sync here, and also to stop from wobbling out too far as well. Then at the top here, mounted on both doors, there's a small piece of angle iron. It's about a 5/16 sticking out distance just to cover this gap right here. And this little piece of angle iron hits a second one that's right behind it on the other door. So I'll show you as I start to open and close how those catch and drag the second door behind it. So here I'm gonna just use my single handle that I have and start to push these doors closed. I've got a final piece of hardware here, and this is going to be an obvious catch to push the second door. So I'm just pushing my doors closed. I've got the second door. I go all the way to the end, and I've got a bumper in here. I just put a bolt going across with some, right there, with some rubber bumpers so that it stops here before I come off the edge. I don't want these to hit the countertop here. And so now when I'm going into my opening and pushing back, these two little pieces here aren't touching each other. But when I go and open the door, as this door gets fully open, it'll catch here and drag the second door for it to open. Right about in here, you hear that, and I've catch the second one there. Now I've got the second door. and it comes again and hits another stop. I put the stop in front of the second door there in the back. And having these stops is important because if the front door gets past the second door, it can come off the track. And if the second door goes too far forward here, it can come off of this track. And now what'll happen is your door will be kind of floating around and it'll be off the track, and you're gonna have trouble getting that line back up. And if you have guests over, they're not gonna know what's going on and you're gonna have something get busted. So by consolidating or confining it, actually I should say, with the rubber bumper here, another rubber bumper here, then that means that this second door in the back can never come off of its track on the bottom, because it's always going to be in its zone of movement here, and it's never going to come off. And then same thing with the front door here, because it has this hasp up here that's grabbing, then this door will never come off of that bottom track that it is connected to as well, because if that pops off there, same problem. So, and then here, this is the simplest way to have both of them closing with just one handle here, is to have that blocker there. And now the front door never gets beyond the back door as well. So a bit of a long explanation, hope that helped, but you know, getting these doors and everything to match up did take a little bit of thinking and a little bit of unique hardware pieces for it to all work. And that's it. That's how our bunk beds played out. I hope it helped you with some ideas, and if it did, please give the video a thumbs up. And I'll put a link in the description to any of the products that we use and to where we got that hardware, and that could help you get yours put together as well. So yeah, give it a thumbs up. It'll help other people find it as well. And I hope you have a great day.